museum. It is dated to 1049 AD of the Kadamba king Veeravarman VIII. This is a Kadamba king and queen. This is also a Kadamba who lives in Panjim, descendant. This is the Tamri Sula temple dating to the 12th century AD, built by the Kadamba queen Kamala Devi. This is again another temple, but this is in Belgaum. These are the inscriptions of the Kadamba era. This is of Queen Kamala Devi. These are the inscriptions of Kadamba era. This is the Budbudenji Tadi, Bubbles Lake in south of Goa. Veerabhadra, Vodemotni. Now, the first capital of Goa is Chandrapur. The second capital of Goa was Bopakpattan, and there is this 11th century road which is linking Bopakpattan, that is Goa Velya, which was a flourishing center of trade and commerce. This road links to Old Goa, which was the third capital of Goa, and Panjim was the fourth capital of Goa. Panjim became the capital of Goa on 22nd March 1843. This is the date, 22nd March 1843. But much before that, we see the rise of Panjim. As I told you, it was a fishing village. During the Kadamba period, we have references to Pahajan Khani. After that, we do not hear much about Panjim from the historical point of view. Then we come across the Adil Shahi era, and there is a palace. This is the Adil Shah's palace in Panjim. Adil Shah was the ruler of Goa from 1498, and the Portuguese conquered Goa from the Adil Shah of Bijapur. After the Kadambas, you have Vijayanagar Bahamanis, and then a breakaway group of the Bahamanis was Adil Shah. Yusuf Adil Shah was the founder of the Adil Shahi dynasty in Bijapur, and he had built this palace in Panjim, which is still existing. Presently, conservation works are being carried out over there. This is a picture of 1900. And this was an island palace surrounded by the waters of Mandavi, and the rear, the present front side was the rear side of the palace, and it was constructed in the year circa 1500 by Yusuf Adil Shah, and it was his summer palace. Still there was no link between Old Goa and Panjim. When the Pont de Linares bridge was built, that is the Pato bridge was built in 1632, between 1632 to 1634, the present bridge that the road that you see linking Raibandar to Panjim, it is a bridge with 44 arches below, and it was constructed between 1632 to 1634 by the Jesuits. And there was one civil engineer from the Ghanekar family of Panjim, which is one of the oldest houses in Panjim. So with the expertise of the Jesuits and Ghanekar, this bridge was constructed, which linked Raibandar, Old Goa with Panjim, and which is a heritage bridge, and this palace was already there. And then you have the Portuguese in 1510 who conquered Panjim first, and then they went to Old Goa. Yusuf Adil Shah and his queen Bibiji Khanam lived in this palace, and in this palace there was an underground tunnel. We were trying to trace the tunnel, we have not found, we have just found a stone, and that tunnel led to the Adil Shahi harem, which is women's quarters, and that harem today is the Fazenda opposite Adil Shah's palace. Some stones of the harem were still existing, but there was a hotel project which came up there on the hill, and the harem, all the stones, everything was taken away. Okay, so this is a very important landmark of Panjim. It was the old legislative assembly of Panjim. Today it is at Rohrik. This palace underwent several modifications during the Portuguese period, and then on 1st December 1759, the Portuguese viceroy from Old Goa, he shifted to Raibandar and started living in this palace. From then onwards, it became the residence of the Portuguese viceroys from 1759 onwards. Till 1866, it was the residence of the Portuguese viceroys. In 1866, the Portuguese viceroy started living in Cabo Rajniwas, which is here in Dona Pau. Okay. These are the mosques of the Adil Shahi period. Portuguese period. This is the entry point at Old Goa. Now I told you that Afonso de Albuquerque was a Portuguese governor who conquered the island of Goa, that is Tiswadi, which they call as Ilhas, on 1st March 1510. Very few people would accept the fact that the Goans invited the Portuguese, but it is a fact of history. The admiral of the Vijayanagar Navy, Vijayanagar was another kingdom in Karnataka, they had also ruled over Goa. He was Timaya and he had ambitions to become the ruler of Goa. So he meets with Albuquerque on the board of the ship. Albuquerque was proceeding towards the Red Sea and he had no intention of coming to Goa. So Timaya, along with another Goan called Madupoi Vernekar, he was the Sardesai of Verna. Both of them were very ambitious. Madupoi Vernekar and Timaya invited Albuquerque to conquer Goa. Now Timaya's calculation was that Albuquerque would conquer Goa and he would conquer Goa and give it to him, and he would give them trade concessions. But his calculation misfired. The Portuguese were here to stay. The Madupoi Vernekar found that the land tax imposed on his lands were very heavy. So he joined hands with Timaya and they invited Albuquerque. On 1st March 1510, Afonso de Albuquerque sailed up the Mandovi River along with 23 ships and captured Panjim. And they were proceeding towards Old Goa. They captured the Adil Shah's palace in Panjim and then they reached Old Goa. They entered from this side. Old Goa then was the headquarters of the Adil Shah of Bijapur. The Adil Shah of Bijapur was a Muslim king. And then you have on 17th May 1510, the Portuguese were driven away by Adil Shah. Again, with more vigor and with the help of people of Taligaon. The people of Taligaon helped Albuquerque in conquering Goa. They may not accept it now, but it is a fact. And till today they have this, the crew of Albuquerque was starving for provisions. The people of Taligaon provided them with food and rice. Till today they give the first use of rice to the Goa governor because Afonso de Albuquerque was the first Portuguese governor of Goa. So on 25th November 1510, Afonso de Albuquerque reconquered Panjim and reconquered the island of Goa, that is Tiswadi. The first Christian structure to be built in Goa was the St. Catherine Chapel at Old Goa. It was built in 1510, rebuilt in 1550 and then 1952. I'm throwing a lot of dates at you because I teach history. So it's a kind of a habit. So this is the first Christian structure. Albuquerque built this chapel in honor of Saint Catherine of Alexandria because it was on her feast day that he was successful in reconquering Goa. Now the first thing that Albuquerque did was, after conquering the island of Tiswadi, he got his soldiers, soldados, married to the Muslim women in Goa. These Muslim women were the wives and daughters of the Turkish officers of the Adil Shah who were killed in the battle. So he got them married to the soldiers to create a Luso-Indian progeny. Okay? And the Portuguese were called as Pakles because they used to wear a pak on their heads when they came to Goa. The locals called them Pakles. Till today, the locals call the Portuguese as Pakles. And not only because of white skin, but because of the pak that they used to wear when they arrived in Goa. So the Muslim women were converted to Christianity and these were the first converts to Christianity, and all